Okay, hello, my dear student from 10th grade. As usual, I expect that everything is going perfectly at your house, so that you've been taking care of you and your family and following all the instructions that we've been receiving from our government to overcome this situation that everybody all over the world is going through. Okay, for today's topic, I just have one that is very easy and we have also worked with it. Anyway, I will give you the details of it. Okay, look at this, the topic. What were you doing when the lights went off? Okay, and the goal is at the end of this, less students will be able to differentiar the use of the past progressive and the simple past to talk about past events. So, vamos a diferenciar el uso de esos dos tiempos verbales, cómo utilizarlos para hablar de eventos que sucedieron. So, look at the question. What were you doing? Right? That is past progressive. When the lights went off, all right, went off. This is simple past. Okay, just to make a review and compare the two tenses before using them together. Okay, so simple past. Look at this. So simple past is when an activity began and finished in the past. Is completed in the past. There is no connection with now, with the present. Okay, sencillo, cuando una acción empieza y termina en el pasado, no tiene conexión con el ahora. Then, as you can see here, I have just set up 3 activities that I did yesterday. Get up, number 1, take a shower, number 2, and number 3, eat breakfast. Then, as it was yesterday, then I say, first, I got up at 5 a.m. Right? That is number 1. Then, then I took a shower. Later, después, I ate breakfast. So as you can see, all of the verbs are now in simple past. Got up, took a shower, and ate. Yes? In simple past. Then, look at this. First, I got up at 5 o'clock. So that action began and finished in the past. Alright? Then after, or later, or next, I took a shower. So that activity began in the past and finished in the past. Alright? And finally, or later, I ate breakfast. You see? So what I want to show with this is that these activities, they are not interrupted by themselves. So I did first one, later on I did another, later on I did another activity. So they do not get interrupted. Ellas no se interrumpen ninguna a la otra. Eso es lo que quiero significar con este plano cartesiano. Primero hice esto, después lo otro y finalmente lo otro. No hay ninguna interrupción. It's a battery of activity, una seguidilla de actividad. Hey, simple past is similar to present simple. So remember that I use present simple to talk about your routine, the things that you do every day. Primero hago esto en presente simple, una rutina. Después esto, después lo otro. Then now, it's simple past, the things that I did yesterday. These 3 activities just to set up an example. So now, let's watch this. So, according to this figure we got here, read a book. This is the action, leer un libro. Then I began yesterday, I began to read a book at 7 p.m. That was last night. At 7 p.m. All of this is p.m., right? p.m. And I finished at 7:45. Right? I spent 45 minutes on reading a book. Look at this. Then, for the present progressive, we need two things. First of all, we need was or were, the simple past of the verb to be. And we need a verb, an action. But with the action, there is a condition that the action has to be in ing, has to be the suffix. Okay. Then, according to this, the universal question of this, what were you doing? What were you doing at? So we got here at 7:10 p.m. Then at 7 p.m. So as I began at 7:10 p.m. I was here, more or less. Yes. So I was in the middle of that action. That action was incomplete. And I say, I was, look, read, but we need ing. I was reading. Look, was. I was reading a book. I was reading a book. Right? So I was in the middle. Estaba en la mitad de esta actividad, por decirlo así, era incompleta. At 7:15, yes. What were you doing at 7:15? At 7:15 p.m. So I was doing the same. I was reading a book. Estaba leyendo un libro, no había terminado. Hey, what were you doing at 7:25 p.m.? So at 7:25, it was more or less like this. I was in the middle of this activity, so I haven't finished. No había terminado. Eso es lo que es pasado progresivo. It's just to describe, it is just to describe an ongoing activity, an incomplete activity in the past. So at 7:40, like this, I was reading a book. Okay? Now we are going just to use mix them. Okay. Okay, my dear students, now we're going to check this out, present progressive. So remember that we can make or construct the present progressive in this way with the subject, was, where. We need the simple past of the verb to be plus an activity. But the action, sorry, the verb has a condition, ing plus a complement. In this way, I can say, I was running at 3 p.m. yesterday. Yeah, it's for a specific time too, and specific. So at this time, it's very detailed, very specific. And at this time, I haven't finished running. So I was in the middle of this activity. Then another, say Luis and Carlos were playing soccer. We're playing soccer at 5:30 p.m. Alright? So these two students or friends, they were just in the middle of that activity at that time, at 5:30. So they haven't finished playing soccer. They were in the middle. So remember that to make the negative statement is just to place not here. And the question we have to switch. Okay, but what I want to show you now is one of the most important applications of the past progressive. As you can see here, there are two activities, and two activities that were in progress in the past, alright? So that began at 1 p.m., right? So finishes at 3 p.m., alright? There are two activities. The red one, listened to music, and the black one, do exercise. Okay. Two different activities. In this case, both of the activities happen simultaneously. Simultaneously, alright? Simultaneamente. So, they don't interrupt. They don't get interrupted among them, between them. Happens simultaneously, suceden simultáneamente. Then I am going to put them together. If I am going to put them together, I need to this connector. When, cuando, while, mientras, or I can use as to, cuando. Present progressive is used to describe two actions in the past, but when they happen simultaneously, when they haven't finished. Then look at this. I can go this way. When, or while, or as, yes. Cuando, mientras, I was listening, remember, listening to music. Okay. I was doing exercise. Exercise. Okay. Mientras escuchaba música o cuando estaba escuchando música, estaba haciendo ¿qué? Ejercicio. Then, with this, I have just described two actions, two ongoing activities that happen simultaneously in the past. That is one of the use of the past progressive. Then I can place this in the middle. I can say I was listening to some music when I was doing some exercise, or while I was doing some exercise. Then these connectors can be in the middle. All right. So. I was listening to music when or while, yes, I was doing exercise, and it's the same, alright? So you can place the connectors at the beginning of the sentences or in the middle of them. Okay, now we are going to see another application of this. Okay, very good. Then now we are going just to go over this. Simple past versus past progressive. As you can see here, there are two different actions that happened in the past. So they have nothing to do with now, with present. No. Then the red one, make my bed, tender la cama. And the black one, my mother ranks me. is the same as cold, alright? At 6 a.m. I began making my bed, right? That was the action that happened first. Then that came in process. So all of a sudden, as you can see here, there is another activity, my mother rings, that interrupt the action that has been, that I have been performing before. Entonces, como pueden ver acá, hay dos tipos de acciones, una que está en progreso, una que ya venía sucediendo desde las 6 de la mañana, y hay otra actividad que interrumpe aquella que ya venía en progreso. ¿Sí? That is the last application that we are going to study. Then, how are we going to put these two ideas together? So, similar to the other one, then we need here while, mientras, or when. Then as is also possible. Then as is similar to when. Okay. Then I say when I was making my bed, sorry, remember, past progressive was I'm making. Cuando estaba ¿qué? Tendiendo la cama. No. My mother, mi mamá me llamó. Rang. What is the past tense of ring is? Rang. Rang me. Alright? When I was making my bed, my mother rang me. Entonces, cuando estaba tendiendo la cama, mi mamá me llamó. That is interpretation. So I just put these two ideas, these two activities that happened in the past together. So look at this. This one is, as you can see, is in past progressive. Alright? Past progressive. And this, my mother rang, this one is in simple past. So to analyze this or not get mistaken when you are going to put those ideas together, we have to analyze which of the two activities happened first. So look at this, which of the two happened first? So make the bed, of course, it happened at 6 a.m. My mother gave me a cold 15 minutes later at 6:15. Then that's why the action that interrupts the other that is in progress has to go in simple past. Entonces, la actividad que siempre va a ir en pasado progresivo es aquella que empieza ¿qué? Primero. Then, past progressive. Always. Esa siempre la van a ubicar en pasado progresivo. Look at this. Look at the example. And so this is the longest action. Yeah, which is the longest. La cual es la actividad más larga. Look at this. 15 minutes. And second, the other things, the activity that interrupts, so the action that interrupts the ongoing action is in simple past. La actividad que interrumpe a la otra siempre va a ir en pasado simple. that where is the shortest. The shortest action. Esa es la actividad más corta la que se hace. Okay, it doesn't mean that interrupt literally, no, because so my mother called me and I can continue, I could continue, yes, making my bed. Then that's the thing that you have to take into account. While is also possible, yes. While, yeah, I can say it here. While, mientras. While I was making my bed, my mother called me. Or as I was making my bed, my mother called me. Or vice versa. My mother ran me when I was making my bed. Alright, let's set it up down here. Alright, my mother ran me when I was making my bed. Alright. So this is another application of the past progressive, and yeah, this is the best way to face with the other simple past. Okay, my dear students, so I expect that with this illustration you can fulfill the goal that I set up at the beginning. Then remember to practice your English every day. Pray God, yeah, don't be away from Him, do it every day too. Remember that I love you so much, I miss you so much, and be good. Goodbye, see you next class.